Bringing it back home, we're preparing for some of that heat, but there is some relief ahead.
Matt, there is. And here's the deal. I mean, Dan's talking about long, hot summer. Yep. We've hit 90 degrees once, and it was 90. That was it. We didn't hit 92, 93. So we have had a below average summer in terms of temperatures. But, you know, you go just west areas of the plains, that's where it starts to get hot, and that's where they've been dealing with that. So you're right. We have heat coming tomorrow, but it's going to be very brief. We'll be back to where we have been all summer as we get into the weekend.
Okay,
so,
won't complain about that.
That's your forecast. Sports is next. Okay. All right, we'll jump into it. I guess they gave us a little bit more time than that. All right, sunshine, warm and humid to get you started tomorrow morning. Happy Friday. You've made it Northeast Ohio. We're in the 70s tomorrow morning, quickly rising into the 90s by midday. And by evening, we're dealing with storm chances. Not a washout by any means tomorrow, especially with the latest model guidance. We'll take you through that. Meanwhile, tonight, though, it's a sultry night outside. We've got some cooler readings out towards the east. Elyria sitting at 68 as well, but most of us stuck in the 70s. We're not going to move much tonight. Numbers don't go below the dew point, and dew point sitting in the 70s with that soupy air down to the south, 60s off towards the north. So, yes, we can still calculate a heat index. It was 80 a minute ago in Dover and Carrollton. You've cooled off to a real balmy 75, which actually isn't that bad. But the heat kicks in tomorrow. Heat advisory 11 a.m. through 9 p.m. tomorrow. Hottest hours expected between 1 and 6. So keep that in mind if you're outdoors. Heat index expected to approach 100 and go over at times. In the Cleveland area, these will be some of your lower numbers. You get down towards Akron, Canton, we're talking 100 plus in terms of the heat indices. But notice by noon, I mean, we're talking 95 is what it feels like. And then we're up near 100 during the afternoon. But what could happen that would change that? Showers and thunderstorms or clouds. Where are those going to come from? Not from this system. This is the system that went by last night at this time with all the showers and storms kind of stalled down towards the south. We did get some raindrops in areas of Dover, New Philadelphia area, down towards Tuscarawas County and Carrollton. But haven't we seen this before? Big complex of storms developed in Wisconsin. Last two severe events, this is how it went. We tracked where this went, and then that's where storms blew up the next day. So Storm Prediction Center has this under a possible, and I think this is just such a broad brush, but this is what's needed at this point because models are zero help in what happens tomorrow in terms of storms. So storms are possible. We're going to have a loaded atmosphere up above us, but it's not a guarantee. So behind that, that's a weekend relief Matt was talking about. Boy, is it going to get nice around here on Sunday. But first, we've got to get through some shower and thunderstorm activity. So this is a model I agree with most, all right? We've got the shower and thunderstorm complex up in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Watch what happens tonight. The whole thing kind of fades. We develop on a little outflow boundary, some more storms down to the south tomorrow morning. So we've got a quiet radar here locally. Some storms pop down in southern Ohio, but most of us are dry. We could get some clouds off of that. I'm going to lower the temperature because of that. But notice much of the day tomorrow is fairly quiet outside of maybe a pop or two. This is where our attention turns to late tomorrow into tomorrow night. And I agree with this. Along the actual frontal boundary should get a real big cluster of showers and thunderstorms with a ton of lightning in areas of Michigan and Wisconsin again. That's the cluster we'll watch. Look at the time, 11 o'clock. We're still dry. That's a cluster we'll watch move through more than likely tomorrow night and a Saturday morning. And if that happens, from experience, I've seen this before, we have a fairly quiet Saturday around here. Saturday doesn't look that rainy at all. It should be cloudy. We'll probably have periodic pops every now and then. But if we get a large cluster of storms through here Friday night while we're sleeping, that's good news for our Saturday because it'll zap the atmosphere of some of that energy. National Design Mark, closer look to this. Notice the clouds tomorrow. We'll have them around. Maybe some showers and thunderstorms developing off of that. But other than that, it's still going to be a hot and humid day. Again, I think the biggest chance for rain would be late tomorrow night. And could that speed up? It could. We'll keep an eye on it for sure. But after that moves through, we start to bring in less humid air. And look at these morning temperatures. Sultry Saturday morning waking up, but Sunday 63, and then we're waking up to 50s for temperatures Monday, Tuesday. Is this a fall preview? Well, it is. Look at the muggy meter going way down into the comfortable range. It's going to be real nice next week. Final thing I want to show you is the drought monitor. It's updated on Thursdays. We still have a drought, and it's a moderate drought for much of Stark County, southern Portage, southern Summit, heading up in the northern areas of Carroll County. You need rain down there. You haven't had it. I mean, all these systems have been missing you. We do have improved drought in the Central Plains in our Corn Belt, though. Union Hill Mortgage 10-day forecasts. We're going 93 tomorrow instead of 94. May have to go 92. And then Saturday we'll have some lingering rain. Sunday looks great and a great start to next week.